So in 1998, I first came here to do my undergrad in sociology and history. Graduated in 2001, and that was actually the same year that I was diagnosed with muscular dystrophy. So I was a stand-up basketball player before, was diagnosed, and really the stuff that I'd learned at school really affected the ways that I came to think about disability and came to think about sport. Having had the diagnosis of muscular dystrophy, I remember people around me celebrating because now I had an opportunity to try out for the Paralympic team. Only people who were quote-unquote disabled could do that. So if you guys get some good defense, stop chairs, the passes also aren't going to come, right? Think of it just like a game. It's the same strategies. I think wheelchair basketball for me is kind of activism and sport all at the same time. It's really a chance to make a difference in people's lives, and when an able-bodied person comes in and starts playing, it changes the way they think about disability. And when a person with a disability comes out and starts playing, it changes the way they think about disability too. The ways that the press would write about me and write about my disability as this huge tragedy, which was not at all how I experienced it. How they wrote about it as a real bodily thing, which is not how I experienced it. I experienced very much disability in my surroundings. I would, use a wheelchair one day and I'd be crutching the next, depending on if there were stairs or how long I had to walk, and found that really confused people and certainly confused the media. And so that became this real center of curiosity for me, and also center of political struggle. And that's when I started making film. And there are 4 stages to GIMP boot camp. We have establishing the GIMP civilian divide, imprinting proper GIMP and able-bodied behavior, mastering these behaviors, and of course, our public outreach program. We're going to start with the first, the GIMP civilian divide. I think filmmaking, public speaking, and even academics in a lot of ways is about storytelling. Right? They're all forms of storytelling, and stories are really powerful things, right? Stories are things that make our world make sense. Stories are things that motivate us to do things. Stories are things that ask questions. Stories are things that shut down questions, right? Stories are really, really, really powerful things. And so I think research is one kind of story you can tell that can challenge some of the beliefs that people have, or that can open up new doors to new ways of thinking about things. There's all kinds of tiny little changes in people's minds or ways of thinking about things that I think and hope and I know can make huge differences. So if I can even have that, an inch of curiosity or an inch of doubt in 10 people, 100 people, 1,000 people's minds, I think I've done a great job.